Uh, my question is, if there is an opportunity to play Fakhr Zaman at the top of the order and utilize his present form,
is there an opportunity?
uh, can we utilize Fakhr Zaman at the top of the order as an opener?
Oh, look, clearly I will have inputs into through coach as to how I sense the game, but that's a selection issue really. And the answer to your question is yes. Fakhr can play anywhere in those top four positions because he commands that performance. I think he's played, you know, in the 2 games that he's played here in the UAE, he has performed very solid. His strike rate for his 40 in the first game was 180. Last night it was where typically it's 130 odd. Last night it was also above 160. He's playing very nicely, but he's also playing smart as well. I quite like him inside that as that number 3, that sheet anchor role, because of his way that he's got this great ability to be able to assess the conditions quite quickly, but then he can advance the game based on that partnership with Rizwan and Bubba. So personally, I like him at number 3.
Hello, Hayden. We all know that you have a short assignment with Pakistan team, but what do you think? What one thing you gonna put in the Pakistani player for this cup?
I'd like a World Cup. That'd be one thing. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think calmness is maybe something that, and maybe you have your own impressions on that as well. Like as a player, you would have seen the way that I went about playing the game, but you know, I think just generally a sense of calmness and of control and of remaining very present in play. Because World Cups are, you know, they're such a challenging thing, and playing multiple World Cups, it's been such an important part of, you know, my life. And one of the things that I've learned is that for whatever reason, you're always under pressure. So you don't need to create, you know, pressure environments additional to what the game demands. So it will be just to remain calm. I think that'll be the one thing.
How you see the role of Babar Azam and Shaheen Afridi in this World Cup?
Key roles. We saw last night, Shaheen Afridi bowled the penultimate over in T20 cricket. He bowled the 19th over, and he got hit for 2 fours. One was a streaky 4. You know, it was a slog shot that got an inside edge and beat Rizwan. And I think it went for 8 or 9 over, but it was a very, very strong performance. So that 19th over in T20 cricket and the 20th over is such a key part of the bowling unit. And Bubba obviously, you know, has his own role to play, not only in terms of leadership, because as you've seen through the IPL, the 2 dominant captains here in the UAE, MS Dhoni, World Cup winner, and Owen Morgan, World Cup winner, even though their individual performances weren't as good as what they have previously done within their own statistical record, but the way that they led their troops and conducted themselves is an important part of the UAE, because as I mentioned, it's not, one side's not necessarily going to run away with it here. It's a real dogfight. The conditions and the margins for errors are very little, and so good leadership is going to be key. And I think Bubba has that commands that presence, and he commands that role, and he needs to fulfill that role. On a batting sense as well, he I think is the premium player. He will be targeted. He will also be the person that everyone is wanting to as Christopher Gale says, put in his pocket. And so, yes, there's going to be additional pressure on him, both as a captain and also as a batsman. But I sense that the way that he goes about it is going to be spot on.